Far from the eyes of mortals, hidden beyond mountains draped in mist, lies the path to the fabled Dragon Palace. This narrow road, worn by the steps of those who came seeking destiny, leads to the realms of dragons, only a place the most devoted can reach. And for two souls bound by fate, this road holds more than just a journey. It holds a promise, a love that transcends lifetimes. At the end of this road lies two gatekeepers that grants access over to the Dragon Palace. Long ago, in a world hidden beneath the waves of a vast, tranquil lake, there was a kingdom ruled by the great Dragon Emperor. His domain stretched far and wide from the deepest of depths of the oceans to the highest clouds in the sky, where his dragons danced in the vast seas. The palace was built from mother of pearl, while its pillars were made of jade, its spirals reaching the delicate trindles of a lotus flower. There were six main colors in the dragon world. Green signifies old age and wisdom, white signifies purity from the heavens, blue watched over the skies, red represented bravery and fearlessness, gold and yellow dragons had royalty in their blood. The Dragon Emperor had 7 daughters, each born with a celestial element, and each with a reflection of a cosmic force. The fifth daughter was as radiant as the moon itself. Her scales shimmered in shades of pink and silver, and her long, flowing hair was the color of starlight. Her beauty was just not physical, but radiant from within. She was wise, kind, and a protector of her people. Her father, the Dragon Emperor, had long hoped that his daughter would marry a noble and powerful dragon from one of the neighboring kingdoms to strengthen their alliance. But the princess had no such interest. She knew the importance of her role as a princess, but something inside her ached, something that called to her as though her heart and soul has longed for something more. Among the many dragons inside the palace, there was one that caught her eye. He was not of noble blood, nor did he possess the extravagant powers of the other dragons. He was a normal palace guard and had dark red scales. He was known as a fierce and feared warrior. His composure was always leveled, and his eyes held the intensity of one who lived through countless battles. Despite his honor and strength, this palace guard knew that he was not of royal blood, and his station as a palace guard did not grant him the right to love the princess. Their worlds was as far apart as the sun and the moon. One night, as the moonlight filtered through the crystal waters of the lake, the princess and the guard crossed paths. He couldn't help but call out the princess's name. "What brings you out here tonight?"
I could ask you the same. I've been thinking about fate, about how we are bound to our roles. My father has already chosen a suitor for me, one I do not love. Yet I cannot help but wonder if we're meant for something else, something beyond what the gods in heavens have planned for us.
"I have no claim to your heart, princess, but I too have often wondered if there is more to this life than what we've been given." It was then that their gazes locked and something between them shifted. For the first time, both of them felt a spark of recognition, as though they had known each other in another life and a life before that, where love was not forbidden and their hearts could be free. A distant rumble echoed through the lake, and the ground beneath them trembled. The Dragon Emperor had summoned everyone for a council meeting, and duty called. The princess could not disobey her father, and the palace guard could not betray his sacred duty. It was then that they both realized what they had denied for so long, though they could never marry, though the weight of their respective duties and destinies would keep them apart. They had loved each other in secret and will continue to love each other until the end of time. The storm of fate has started brewing. The day came when the dragon princess and the palace guard were forced to part ways. They both swore a vow to each other. They promised that no matter how many lifetimes they would be born into, no matter the fate that separated them, they would find each other again. Their love, true and eternal, would never fade. A war broke out between the two neighboring dragon kingdoms, and the palace guard was called into battle. As days turned into months, and months turned into years, the seasons passed, but their feelings never changed. The fires of war raged on, consuming fields and forests, staining the rivers red. The battles between the dragon armies clashed again and again, their bitter rivalry leaving the land in ruins. The palace guard clinching tight onto the jade pendant that was given to him from the dragon princess as a token of their promise that their love would last for eternity. He took one last breath as the strength in his body started to fade away. The news of his death spread throughout the kingdom as the warriors returned from battle. The entire kingdom plunged into a sorrowful silence upon the news. Known for his pillar of strength and valor, he had defended the kingdom throughout countless battles, his courage lighting the ways in even the darkest of times. Now the skies above seemed to carry a somber weight, as if nature itself mourned the loss of a hero. Across the capital, white banners draped from rooftops and doorways fluttered in the gentle breeze. The princess, now all alone in her chambers, where time seemed to stand still, each day a pale echo of the last until her dying days. Centuries passed and the kingdoms of dragons faded into myths and ruins. The dragon palace beneath the lake was forgotten and turned invisible as the land above the surface came home to new people and new cultures.